Well, back guys to Fog Entertainment, and this is 10 reasons why Emily Galindo sucks. If you've watched this channel, even for a small period of time, you'll know that we hate three characters in the Mayans MC: Emily, Adelita, and that big boring bastard Felipe. And that is the bottom line. They are by far the three worst characters on the show. If we're talking like characters that are portrayed in the main category, they just are. I mean, there has been some shit-ass characters on this show, but they've not played a prominent role. But we've 10 reasons here, in no particular order. And we're going to kick off with number one, the agriculture story arc. Now, you're probably thinking, what the fuck's that? Well, you date back to season 2. We recently just watched season 1 and 2, because we didn't have them reviewed for the channel, so we watched them. And in season 2, we've essentially got the whole thing with her is that she wants this whole agriculture thing for the Galindo. And this basically leads to boring ass scenes, threatening people, being a hypocrite, and all that, like this, that, and the third. You know, we've got stuff that nobody cares about taking up like literally half of the episodes. Now, what this relates to in Sons, I guess, is the fact that this kind of reminds me of Charming Heights, but that was just done in a far more better manner. You know, you've got Clay obviously not wanting Charming Heights to go through, so he saves the gardens in that episode. And in the same episode, you've also got the Sons, the Mayans, and Galindo taking on Lobo Sonora. So, you know, there's a big, massive fucking difference there. And also, they make it seem important. And that comes on to our next reason. She's a fucking hypocrite. She says that Miguel does this sort of stuff. Oh, it's just he does this stuff south of the border, man. All this hypocritical stuff that she says about Miguel and his tactics. We can't use your tactics, and on this we can't use Defante's tactics. And then, like a couple of weeks later, it's fucking, oh, we have to kill this guy. You know, which is just a joke. Marlo, I know she doesn't want to kill Marlo, but I mean, she knows Easy's a part of the club, and if he goes up there, it could very easily go south, and that's another reason she uses Easy, and this is an example of her using these. But there's loads of fucking shit where she uses Easy, man. It's honestly borderline embarrassing, the whole connection that Easy and Emily have. I think it's just like, it's shoehorned in, and that's another reason, guys. She is literally shoehorned in. She is the definition of a strong white woman that's being forced into a world where it just is pretty unrealistic that she would have any fucking business in it. And that's another reason. She interferes in cartel business millions of times. I mean, there is a few times from Miguel, right, he's like, right, get her the fuck out of here. But I can remember in season 1 when they meet at the cartel, I believe they meet with Adelita. It's the first time with that. Emily's there. And it's like, what the fuck? And Alvarez and Bishop are like, why is Mrs. Galindo here? And they've got a valid question to ask that. Why is she here? Because you know why? Because it's all forced in. But so fucking glad season 4, we have barely seen any of this bastard. Meanwhile, though, back to Emily, just in general, a boring bastard, man. Like, if you were actually a good character, you could make this, like, agriculture stuff work. Like I just talked about Charming Heights, it worked. But not here. Definitely not here. And another reason, she aborted Easy's kid. Easy went to jail, and she just jobbed Easy, aborted his kid, had a kid with Felipe. No, fuck with Felipe. I mean, she would have been about Felipe's fucking typewriter at that time. Honestly, out of context here, but what is Felipe all about with Marisol, man? She looked about 18 and he's like 75. Chris Hansen, eat your heart out, man. That is all I'm going to say there. Next up, we've got a litter kid get kidnapped. It speaks for itself. I believe it's the end of episode 1, start of season. Episode 1, start of episode 2 of season 1. And then, like, she has a go at Miguel, but she goes to him, you had a go at your son. So now that ties into another reason, like, hypocrite, which we've already talked about. But how can you have a go at Miguel for letting him get his son kidnapped when you were literally there, Emily, and didn't do fuck all to do anything? You know? Against a bunch of kids with fucking water pistols. Albeit they didn't have water pistols, but I mean, that's essentially what it is when it's a bunch of kids. Guys, you know, boom, boom, boom. Next up, though, bribery, using bitch, man, basically trying to bribe her way into that agriculture stuff and multiple stuff. And same with Easy, it's like, oh, I'll only give you information if you promise not to hurt Miguel and different stuff like that, even though Easy has fucking helped you out numerous times here, you know. And then our whole gimmick way, Miguel doesn't kill people this side of the border, so that makes it alright. Because he does it in Mexico, it's alright. I mean, like, seeing Charmin, right? I know they never, like, killed people, well, tried not to kill people in Charmin for answer, and, like, never tried to dump the bodies there, right? But it's not like the Sons were ever under the illusion of you can't kill people in Charmin, but outside it's perfectly fucking fine. Because that is a retarded fucking illusion. And coming in, we had to leave this reason for last. Emily Galindo bought far too many meat parcels. The amount of scenes where she shows up at this Felipe's boring bastard butcher's, man, and it's the same shit. And then you just see like Nestor outside, or another guy, or Miguel, or Dita looking in a bit suspiciously. It's like fucking hell, awful. God, it's far too many Felipe scenes, man. Oh, I can't stand Felipe in this bath. And oh god, guys. Oh, it's hurt my head talking about this. Leave a comment down below if you agree. You have to agree. I don't see anyone who couldn't agree with this list. And aye, we'll be doing more very soon.